What is up, everybody? Chip Skipper here, alongside my good old pal, commentary partner, and master of the big boot, Frog. We are still stuck in England. We can never seem to escape this forsaken country.
We got a really good deal on this arena.
We really did.
Just renting it out.
Anyways, you ready to see a Horizon debut? By the way, this is the go-home show to EWF's long-awaited pay-per-view Clash at Christmas.
Oh boy.
Which is a very interestingly themed arena. The weather report is saying that there should be a lot of fog on that night. Speaking of fog, here comes debuting crazy person, Joey Myers.
The Reaper's Child.
I've seen enough crazy people on this show that we kind of got to make a sliding scale, and I'm not entirely sure if this guy would be as high on it as some other people around here.
I don't know. I feel like we'd get like a very serious ceiling effect with this show, where it's just everybody on the high end.
You know, that is not out of the question. That is entirely possible.
It'd be more interesting to see who's not crazy in this show.
I was about to say purgatory, but then I remembered that he gets off on bleeding, so that kind of he's the
at least
normal
a 5
one
on the scale for that reason alone.
I already forgot who Joey Myers is facing, but I'm sure it's someone equally crazy.
I can't wait. Crowd seems to be thrilled to see him make his debut.
EWF debut here on Horizon as the opening match, here to really make a statement. Joey Myers just kind of really taking his time getting situated in that ring.
Hey man, he is relishing this moment. It's his debut after all.
You're right. I hate it, but you're completely right. Like, that makes too much sense. Coming down to the ring is his opponent. I legitimately forgot who he's... Let me check the card. I hear a motorcycle. It's fucking Theodore. He doesn't have his belt anymore because he lost it.
What's gonna hold up his tights?
I mean, I was more thinking what's gonna hold on that jacket from flying away in the wind. Some guy yelling in the crowd, yeah, that's it.
Well, this will be interesting. So what's Theodore's history when it comes to matches in which there's like a serious size difference between him and his opponent?
Every single match he's ever had is a match where there's a serious size difference. He is the shortest member on the entire roster.
I see.
Aside from the women. So he's kind of made a name for it. It really goes to show just how loud-mouthed he is that the fans still can't get behind him, even though he's literally 5'6", and he's up against Jason the Third. It was Joey Myers here to make an impact by locking in that front face lock, a little bit of back elbows, front to back, as the kids say.
Oh man, yeah, that looked like it seriously hurt, that last elbow.
You could hear a smack all the way from the cheap seats. Jesus, he's just having some fun with Theodore here, but Theodore using his agility and knowledge to his advantage.
Oh, a decent boot to the face.
Vicious little runt known as Theodore Skullmaster. Beautiful kick.
Definitely packs a lot of punch.
Theodore Skullmaster going on a long-winded rant about how him losing the Rising Star title is just because he's on to bigger and better things.
I mean, maybe he's right. Maybe this is his opportunity to go for something bigger.
Well, he's got to take out this fiery newcomer, Joey Myers, first. He's climbing up. Whoa! Showing off his agility. Uh-oh, what does he have planned here? Hesitating for a bit.
Oh, man, and it's going to cost him, too.
Hesitating a second too long, nailing Joey Myers with the elbow, but getting the leg caught by Jason the Fourth.
Still manages to get his bearings enough to counter him.
back and forth strike off between these two. Joey Myers trying to get a hold of the little guy, the strike area. Theodore could play baseball. He's got a small enough strike zone.
Man, it must be really difficult to put a headlock on Theodore Skullmaster. He's such a slimy, skinny little dude.
He's also got You know, Theodore might have muscles bursting out of his tiny frame, but he's still got enough of a lightweight to get tossed around. But he's feeling good about himself. I guess he likes it being on the outside. I
guess he does. This was all a part of his plan. Or maybe he's just trying to make it seem like that.
Both of those seem like very Theodore things, so I'm not sure which possibility is more likely. Jesus! Single leg code breaker. He loves that maneuver. He loves doing it into a Phoenix Splash. He's already going up high, so he might be going for it. He's turning around.
Maybe he'll hit it this time.
Splash! Finally hits that Phoenix Splash. A lot of people keep getting their knees up, but he finally managed to hit it on the newcomer, Joey Myers, who might not have been ready for it, and that's the match.
You know, I was really kind of curious to see how Theodore would kind of cope with fighting an opponent that he has no, history of, that he has no knowledge of whatsoever.
Yeah, especially since the last time he faced an opponent that he had no knowledge of was Luke Leslow, who took his title. So
right, but he managed to actually pull through, hitting that top rope move once again. Well, actually, this time connecting, but
yeah. I mean, I suppose he's more comfortable when he's at that size disadvantage because it means that he's at an agility advantage and at a hitbox advantage.
Well, if he is looking to move on to bigger things, he's definitely taken a step in the right direction.
Hitting those sweet back airs as he moves forward with his career. Speaking of careers, Anita Cortales, one half of the Codebreaker Club, taking on fan favorite veteran Annie Hager, who has not caught a break since the year that she's been here. She really needs... This would be an enormous win for Annie Hager because Anita Cortales is currently the number 2 ranked woman on the roster, just behind the number 1 ranked, who is the champion, Liza Horror. So if Anita Cortales can get a strong showing in this match, that'll cement her status as the number 1 contender. But if Annie Hager gets the win, holy shit, she will be propelled into a potential title scene. So, a lot on the line for both of these women.
Absolutely.
Coming down to the ring with Luke Leslow. Luke Leslow will be defending his Rising Star title against an unknown opponent next Sunday on Clash at Christmas. But,
she really likes that head twirl, doesn't she?
Yeah. I mean, she's got the hair for it. The Codebreaker Club have publicly announced that they are looking forward to grabbing both of them having gold around their waist by the time Clash at Christmas is over, which for a new coming group would be a hell of a good showing for them.
Absolutely.
Annie Hager, the fans much quieter from her than they normally are. I think her hype has died down considerably in the half a year since she last got a win, but she's really looking for one here tonight. She desperately needs one.
Well, this could be just what she needs to get the ball rolling once more. Perhaps get herself out of this little funk she's in.
Well, she's not a veteran of the ring. She doesn't have tons of physical prowess, but she is a ball of energy and has insane amounts of heart. You cannot put her away easily. I believe her first match on EWF was against the legendary Cheryl Blonde, who, despite having a one-sided beatdown on Annie in Annie's debut match, it still took Cheryl Blonde 10 minutes of straight beatdown to finally put her away. So, if Annie can convert that resiliency into some strong offense, she might be a legitimate competitor here on EWF.
Annie Hager able to find herself at least a little bit of momentum in this match thus far, despite not really starting off very dominant.
Yeah, electric chair facebuster, or like reverse power bomb. I don't even know what you call it, but
wishbone. That does not feel good at all.
Is that what that's called? That's a really good name. Oh my god, just going after the legs of Annie Hager, making sure that one of them has the agility advantage that the other one doesn't in this matchup.
She's definitely looking to run circles around her if that is indeed her strategy.
Annie Hager putting up a resilient fight, though. Brutal kicks! Jesus!
Still able to use her legs effectively nonetheless. It doesn't seem like those leg moves have done quite enough, at least thus far.
Anita Cortales trying to escape there, but Annie Hager very quick to grab her. Annie Hager doing a little flip into a codebreaker.
Wow.
Well,
I suppose that's what you get for your troubles.
Rest in peace, Annie. No, she kicks out. Kicking out of a codebreaker from one half of the codebreaker club.
Definitely was not anticipating that.
Annie Hager getting a knee to her face for her efforts. Jesus. Oh,
wow. She is right back up. You are not kidding about her being a ball of energy. Oh yeah, my God.
She does not know when to quit. She will never, ever quit. She is coming after Anita Cortales. She wants that win so bad.
Well scouted that drop kick, though, on Anita Cortales' part.
Woo! Reverse DDT. Slick maneuver from Annie Hager. Uh-oh. Annie, what is she going for? An elbow drop. She might have blown her load a little early here.
Yeah, I mean, oh, whoa. Okay. She's really messing with the ropes right now.
Oh, signature Annie Hager technique. Get the top rope behind her. I don't know what that was.
I think she just slammed her ass onto Anita Cortales' forehead. I don't know what I just saw.
Like I've stated before, she is not an expert of technical maneuvers. Beautiful body splash.
Don't need a lot of technique to do a mean frog splash, that's for sure.
Hey, don't let Eddie Guerrero hear you say that.
It's okay, he's dead.
Oh, codebreaker number 2.
Well, let's see if she gets up from this. She does! What in the world am I witnessing?
Annie Hager going at it here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Annie Hager cannot be put down. 1, 2, not enough, of course, but still. Anita Cortales being put on the back foot here. Oh, but she's powering up. Anita, well, I don't even know what that was.
I wanted to call it like a leg sweep of some sort, but I also don't know at all what it was.
It wasn't really a Russian leg sweep, so more like a Croatian leg sweep. I don't even know, man. Annie Hager bouncing off. There she goes. Ball of energy, tiring herself out, but she has more in the tank to give. Anita Cortales looks dead.
Yeah,
Holy
she
shit,
is
Annie
definitely
Hager.
not doing well the longer this match has gone on. Annie Hager just found her second wind. Or maybe her third. I don't know which one we're on at this point.
Anita Cortales could consider herself lucky that Sabrina and Cheryl Blonde have already decided to face each other at Clash at Christmas, because otherwise she might be losing her number 1 contender spot here tonight to... No!
That was so close.
The fans fully behind Anita Cortales coming into this have now started rooting for the major underdog here, but Anita Cortales with some codebreaker club kicks straight to the chest, 1 to the head for good measure.
Oh, that cannot feel good. Anita going for the pin.
Lights out, ladies and gentlemen. 2, 3, that is it. Anita Cortales knocks her out cold with that club kick straight to the side of the head.
That was all it really took after all the damage Annie Hager sustained over the course of that match. Well done on her part, though.
Annie Hager with an incredibly strong showing given how people expected this match to go, but in the end, Anita Cortales got the job done. Annie Hager still has a ways to go if she wants to climb up the ranks of this roster, but fans have definitely gotten their support back for her, so she can at least have some pride in that as soon as she wakes from consciousness.
Can we just say that was a really weird move?
Yeah. How would you describe that move?
Not physics friendly.
Fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some tag team action here for you tonight. The team of the current World Heavyweight Champion of EWF, Jose No, who will be defending his title against the winner of the World Title Tourney at Clash at Christmas, pairing up with the Platinum Prospect, Dean Santos, coming down to the ring. They won elimination tag team thing last time. So Dean Santos went on record to state that even though he has enjoyed working with Jose No, he is fully intent on seizing that title from him the first chance he gets.
Oh, that's tense.
However, I think that straightforwardness has resulted in a bit of mutual respect between these two.
Absolutely. At the very least, there's no secrets between them.
They're very much go-getters, for certain.
I'm sure one prize fighter can learn to respect another.
Dean Santos has brought the voice back to Jose No, as Jose No went for several weeks being kind of a silent champion, but Dean Santos might have invigorated him a bit with his recent partnering up. So it should be an interesting, and I just really like their color scheme. Purple and black looks sick.
They are definitely a solid pair.
But now, two of the longest-term veterans in EWF coming together. On the left, Johnny Danger with Avril Danger following up behind. Walking next to him, the EWF Hall of Famer, Blake Lennon. We've heard rumors backstage that there may be a tag team championship in the works for EWF, which is why more and more people are starting to team up together and see what works and see what doesn't. We will see, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight.
Definitely a time for ambition.
4 medium-sized dudes here in the ring here tonight.
Don't let Dean Santos hear you say that.
Jose No, world champion right out of the gate, but Johnny Danger coming right back at him with a jawbreaker. Johnny Danger, absolutely ruthless. Blake Lennon, absolute genius of the ring. Jose No, though, pretty much an all-around everything. There is not one aspect of his wrestling game that is weak, and that might be his secret to success within the squared circle.
Dean Santos tagged in.
And one of those non-weaknesses might be the ability to tag with someone that he's only recently started tagging with, such as Dean Santos, who shows his incredible strength.
Into a suplex. That was beautiful.
He is a strong-ass dude. He's a moist fellow, let me tell you.
He has excellent technique, too. It's not just all brute strength. He is definitely a well-trained wrestler.
It's been announced that EWF is going to be including a saved place case, which is Money in the Bank. And the first holder of that saved place case will be the winner of a 20-man Royal Rumble at Clash at Christmas. And Dean Santos and Blake Lennon and Johnny Danger are all members announced for that Royal Rumble. So their showing in this matchup may determine how highly they're placed with...
Oh, no,
Jesus,
the ref's
down goes the
knocked
ref.
out.
So if Dean Santos manages to get that case, then Jose No might really need to start watching out. I can just imagine Dean Santos helping Jose No win a match and then immediately just case to the face. The saved place case to the face.
Definitely doesn't sound like something that's very hard to imagine. Dean Santos may want to start looking for a tag soon enough. He's actually taking quite a bit of punishment.
Has Johnny Danger tagged in at all yet?
He has.
I'm not even sure.
They did a tag team move on Dean Santos earlier.
Right. Oh, down goes Blake Lennon. Dean Santos.
Wow, you thought he was going for a tag team move, but no.
Oh, Dean Santos showing why he's the platinum prospect, but Johnny Danger right back at it. Some say that he doesn't really have a soul. I don't know why they say that, but some people do. In comes Blake Lennon, the genius of the ring. Off the ropes goes Jose No into a beautiful double back body drop right flat on his back ass.
There's definitely been quite a bit of teamwork synergy demonstrated in this match thus far from both teams, interestingly enough.
There's a lot of mutual respect, I guess you could say, between these two teams. Not necessarily for each other.
You need that for a tag team, or at least an effective one.
For sure.
I would say, though, thus far, the better vets seem to have the better of Dean Santos and Jose No with regard to tag team synergy. Oh my God.
Burning Hammer! Signature finisher of all Rising Star champions. Down goes the referee, though.
That's one way to stop the count.
Jose No fighting off of pure instinct now, trying just anything he can.
What an
Johnny Danger trying to attack him there.
Jose No fired up.
Jose No's really fired up. He's rolling. Every cylinder is rolling in the body and mind and buttocks of Jose No. He's charged up. Johnny Danger looking for a tag, but Blake Lennon nowhere near. Cracking that leg in half.
Oh my God. This is going to be something.
Going. Jose No to the top rope. Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Frog splash from Jose No. 2. Is it enough? Oh!
Might I just take back my previous comment about frog splashes not requiring a lot of technique? That was gorgeous.
Yeah. Jose No, a true professional. Jose
He's
No,
a champion for a reason.
He really is. He's constantly proving it. A brawl on the outside as Jose No is doing something here.
Yeah, he's
Not
looking
sure
for a gut-wrench suplex on the Johnny Danger.
Incredible flexibility from Jose No as he has Blake Lennon all to himself. Dean Santos getting the job done on the outside. This is a hell of a fight. Blake Lennon, though. Oh! Seemed like Dean Santos was going for a tag there, but Jose No saying, no, sir. Jose No's got this one in the bag.
Yeah, that's it. This referee has taken a lot of abuse this match.
Yeah, he's probably just wanting to, he's probably going to fast count the next pinfall, just get this match over with.
I believe that.
Jose No got him trapped in the corner, tagging in Dean Santos. A lot of teamwork between these two.
Absolutely. And Dean Santos is fresh right now. He's been in that corner looking for a tag for a while now.
Dean Santos, one of the top seeds in winning the upcoming Royal Rumble for the saved place case, but the last battle royal that he was in, he got eliminated by his own hubris. So I don't know if he'd be able to hold on to his own ego in order to just.
Jesus Christ!
Dean Santos has, look at those fucking lats, dude. Oh!
Perhaps now would be a good time to look for a tag.
Blake Lennon seeming like he was trying to set up for something, but not liking how everything was positioned, and Dean Santos taking advantage of the hesitation, tossing him out.
Now is not the time for hesitation. That's what happens.
Almost
when
taking
you don't
down
take
Jose
your
No.
opportunities.
Referee's glad that this action is now on the outside and not the inside. Oh, slamming into Jose No's knees. Jose No's toes.
It happens.
I'm sure you're very familiar with toe-based offense, Frog.
I am.
You were once actually hailed by current WWE superstar Dio Madden for being an expert of toe-based arsenals. It's true.
I mean, yeah. One might say that.
What on earth is Blake? Wait a second. Wait.
Are we looking for a count out?
8. Oh my God, Blake Lennon. He's cheesing it. 9. Dean Santos. Oh my God.
No.
Blake Lennon, cheered coming in, is going to get boos leaving.
Absolutely. The better vets just cheesed this.
That really looked like a No and Santos victory, but Blake Lennon using his smarts to his advantage, taking the ring out count, taking advantage of the referee being sick and tired of this match.
Hell, it's a win on paper, I suppose.
I mean, that's a W. That is a W for the better vets. They may continue as a tag team after this, just off the strength of getting that check mark in the win column. I remember these two used to fight before Blake Lennon retired. Now they definitely have each other's respect now that he's back. I don't know. They may have a future going forward. They're two definitely strong. We're getting news from backstage. What? Wait, that's Ace Sanders from Dead Man's Hand. That's the masked attacker that attacked Gunnar Garrett. Jesus!
Good God.
That masked man's been after every member of Dead Man's Hand for a long time now. And now he just took out Ace Sanders. Ace Sanders has a match tonight. What the fuck? Anyways, speaking of Dead Man's Hand, I guess Ace Sanders was going to come out with David the Dealer Paul, but David the Dealer Paul all in his lonesome now. Shit. This is a very big match.
Not a good position to be in for somebody in a tightly knit tag team.
This is a semi-finals match in the World Title Tournament. The finals match will be taking place at the start of the Clash at Christmas pay-per-view, and then the final title match against Jose No will be in the main event. So David the Dealer Paul can just smell that glory within reach. He just has to win the next 3 matches.
Best of luck to him.
I mean, hey, he's only happens to be facing the 7-foot behemoth known as Black Skeleton. So, you know.
Who's coming off of a win from last week.
And also, not only a win, but then he, proceeded to molest Theodore Skullmaster afterwards. Not literally, but, he's...
Yeah, that happened.
They used to be a part of the short-lived team, the Skeleton Crew, which was a great name, and I won't hear any other arguments about it. But they did not get along. The Clash of Egos was far, far too strong. Black Skeleton meandering down to the ring now. He has a size advantage, to say the least. Cameraman can barely keep him on screen.
He's really taking his sweet time, isn't he?
Hey, man. When you've got... I can hear his knees creaking from here. Oh, my... I don't know why I find this so funny. Black Skeleton, David the Dealer Paul. David the Dealer Paul doesn't have any other member of Dead Man's Hand at ringside to help him here. He's all in his lonesome. This
definitely
is going to be
a lonely situation.
A true test to see if he can handle the might, the strength, the sweat of Black Skeleton.
It's indeed possible. I mean, hell, last week we saw a tag team member pick off a huge win.
Well, David the Dealer Paul already getting tossed around like a little baby in a cradle. But he's coming. Oh!
Wow, the agility.
David the Dealer Paul loves going after the legs, but Black Skeleton had that scouted, so now David the Dealer Paul switching to the arms to try to catch Black Skeleton off balance there. After all, he doesn't really need to go for the legs when he's already got a distinct speed advantage, but I don't know, David the Dealer Paul might already be a little rattled at the moment here.
I mean, hell, that's not a bad strategy. Going for the legs whenever you have
right
such a huge size discrepancy. You don't want the person you're fighting moving a lot, but now they say that David the Dealer Paul is probably not moving much after some of those knees.
Well, we may not be seeing Lil Pauls in the future, but David the Dealer Paul might see some gold in his future. Beautiful maneuver. I don't even know what that was. David the Dealer Paul really feeling himself now. His beard is extra long and flaky tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Going for a pin. Well, not even a 1 count. Okay.
Oh, okay. David the Dealer Paul has some work left to do. Black Skeleton up on his feet. Jesus.
Wow.
Theodore Skullmaster! Wait a second. Oh!
Wow, Black Skeleton not letting him.
Oh, yeah, by the way, this is a no disqualification match. I probably should have said that beforehand.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, David the Dealer Paul just kind of going to let this happen.
Home? Okay.
He's just going to let this happen. just let it happen.
Not a bad decision.
Theodore Skullmaster. Oh, Black Skeleton fighting him off. David the Dealer Paul feeling pretty good.
He's loving this.
Theodore Skullmaster feels done for the time being. He set Black Skeleton up for something. I'm not sure what. Some sort of...
Well, not really sure what I witnessed there, but it looked like it hurt.
Trying to pull a muscle in the arm or something. Trying to hyperextend it against the ropes. Jesus, David the Dealer Paul taking advantage while he has the chance. He's just
now working the arms. He's really showing a key strategy here, targeting several limbs in an effort to isolate them, make it harder for Black Skeleton to wrestle him.
I mean, that's a very common David the Dealer Paul strategy, but particularly with Black Skeleton, he's focusing a lot more on the arms than he usually does, which I suppose makes sense against a powerhouse opponent. When you've got this much of a size discrepancy against you, if they can't really do much when they grab onto you, then you don't have to worry too much about them grabbing onto you.
Absolutely.
David the Dealer Paul feels like he's outsmarted Black Skeleton here tonight, but I don't really know if Theodore Skullmaster running in and beating him up really counts as outsmarting him, but, you know, it's something.
David the Dealer Paul taking his sweet time and no rush to start dealing damage once more. Maybe he's paying for it now.
Oh yeah, I believe it's falls count anywhere. I probably should have said that too. Sorry. I forgot that both of the semi-final matches tonight have some odd stipulations to them.
Oh my god, that was a weird-looking choke slam.
For real?
I don't even know if that was called a choke slam.
I don't even know what that was.
It's like he put him in like a side sleeper hold and then slammed him.
There's got to be a name for that somewhere.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, really taking advantage of that, like that no disqualification clause.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he got hit in the nuts twice earlier today, but Black Skeleton, his nuts.
He's walking it off. Smart man.
He's walking. Yeah, for real. Like, actually, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even think of that. Black Skeleton trying to walk off the crotch injury. Oh. He's trying to shake off the pain.
He can't be feeling good.
The pain is so intense from that crotch injury. Here comes David Paul. Double underhook. DDT, the most powerful maneuver in EWF history.
Maybe this will put him down.
Ref jumping down to make the count. 1, 2, 3. David the Dealer Paul.
Holy shit.
Moves on to the finals. He has a chance at World Championship glory. David the Dealer Paul.
What a tremendous victory for him.
For real.
Granted, with a little bit of help, but nonetheless. A huge win. You cannot take that away from him.
For real. Now a staple of modern EWF programming, the Elimination False Count Anywhere Tornado Tag Team match that we all love and honor, I guess. We got some good old teams tonight, including two people who are probably celebrating that victory from David the Dealer Paul. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I said that out of order. It's actually Purgatory and Heike.
Wow.
So you want to know the additional stipulation to this match? What happens with the winners?
What is it?
Well, the 4 losers get added to the Royal Rumble, and the 2 winners face each other at the start of Clash at Christmas to see who faces Luke Leslow for the Rising Star title.
That is interesting. I like that.
So whichever team wins will have to face each other. So the intense teamwork from Purgatory and Heike may come to bite them in the ass, because I don't know if they'd really want to fight each other here.
I mean, I don't think Purgatory would mind too much personally, but that's just the impression I get from him.
Speaking of walking off injuries, here comes Ace Sanders after that attack in the back, landing right on his shoulders on that table, having to tape him up, but he's coming out here. He's working through the pain.
That's right, we got some tape on him. He's all good.
Just put some duct tape on it.
The intern gave him a thumbs up, so
tape.
he's fine.
The intern just slapped some flex tape on his shoulders. Anyways, Dead Man's Hand probably very happy. Mixed emotions. Probably upset that Ace Sanders got attacked, but very happy that David the Dealer Paul got to move on. But a new team here who are actually going to who actually have a match scheduled at Clash at Christmas, where Leslie, or Daniel the Executioner Leslie on the left there, will be facing Hell's Bouncer for reason. I think because Hell's Bouncer eliminated him in a battle royal at one point, and he's really mad about it. So now he made a new friend, Johnny Styles, on the right, who is fucking enormous.
That man looks like a Star Wars character.
I'm not sure if he is or isn't. I cannot
Cool
confirm
helmet,
or deny.
nonetheless.
He's fucking huge. He's fucking enormous.
Where do you find these people? Jesus.
Dude, you'd have to ask Ambassador. I don't know where the fuck he finds some of these people. Johnny Styles will not be wearing that helmet in the match, as I believe that would be illegal, but he's got a sick headband instead. Oh, Ace Sanders taking him down!
Just with the clean uppercut. I mean,
Ace Sanders, going for the discus lariat there, barely missing. That would have been sick. Absolute chaos in the ring right now.
Purgatory's looking for a pin already.
2. Oh, breaking up.
It's been less than 30 seconds. Why is there the 2 count?
Purgatory, just like, how the hell did I not get a 3 count there? How the hell did I get a 2 count? I should have gotten a 1 or a 3 count, not a 2 count. That doesn't make any sense. David,
Wow.
Derek Gunslinger.
Goodbye,
knocking
Heike.
Heike clean out of the ring. Derek Gunslinger and Ace Sanders, 2 yeehaw boys if you've ever seen some. Representing Dead Man's Hand here tonight. Ace Sanders, beautiful powerbomb. There's a pin on the outside. No, there's a submission on the outside. Heike's got Derek Gunslinger in a submission. Beautifully locked in. Dragon clutch, I believe. Or something.
Do we have a referee down there?
Derek Gunslinger taps out. Derek Gunslinger taps out. Heike made Derek Gunslinger tap out.
Wow.
Ace Sanders has an injured... Ace Sanders has an injured shoulder, and he now doesn't have a partner.
Heike may be feeling himself a little bit too much. He kind of got his buddy in the crosshairs of that drop kick.
For real. But yeah, Derek Gunslinger, former world champion contender, getting submitted by Heike there. Heike going for another one on Daniel the Executioner Leslie. Will he make Daniel the Executioner Leslie tap out? Will he do it? Will he do it? No, he couldn't do it.
Well, he was looking for it.
Ace Sanders going for a pin on Johnny Styles, and he gets it! Ace Sanders has eliminated the refrigerator, Johnny Styles. Jesus!
Haika is on something right now. Oh my lord.
He's if you've seen his antics backstage, he's probably on a lot of things right now. Purgatory and Haika have been separated from each other, which is probably good news for Daniel Leslie and Ace Sanders. They've got to eliminate one of them in order for this to be a reasonable fight.
Purgatory busted his head open.
Ace Sanders has made a terrible mistake. Purgatory gets stronger when you make him bleed. Oh, Haika almost getting pinned by Daniel the Executioner Leslie. Ace Sanders and Daniel Leslie going to town on the newly formed team, the Vanguard of Purgatory and Haika.
Haika needs to find some way to catch his breath.
He's a ball of energy. He's like Annie Hager, but don't tell Cheryl Blum that because she hates Annie Hager. Oh,
Wow.
Haika and Purgatory.
Holy shit.
Look at that. They look so dominant
The
when they did
Vanguard
that.
is running a riot right now.
Oh, Ace Sanders barely getting out of the way of the massive big boots from Purgatory.
Both members of the Vanguard are bleeding right now, by the way.
You know, I'm not too... Oh, right at the diverticulitis.
Is that it?
Wait a second. Did Daniel Leslie tap out? No, he did not.
Okay.
Somehow, Haika ran out of energy, but he's just going to go for the pin now. Hopefully he choked out. No, he's not. Oh, no, he's going to try to... He's going to try to beat the referee to break up the pin. He saw them. Oh, he's coming after Ace. He's coming after Ace. How dare you touch Purgatory? He's coming after Ace now, slapping him in the back of the head. He's mad. He's a mad little boy.
Oh, good
Codebreaker.
backstabber.
Going for the pin off the backstabber right in the injured shoulder of Ace Sanders there. Is that enough? No, it's not. Ace Sanders kicks out.
It might have been if the ref was there sooner.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, now both members of the Vanguard are in the ring together. You can probably cover for each other a little better. Purgatory destroying Daniel the Executioner Leslie.
Rest in peace, his back.
Oh my god, look at those butt strikes! Jesus! Wait a second, Purgatory! No, not enough! But a big butt strike from Haika gets the momentum right back in their favor.
Haika is a personality.
You think? Vanguard not looking in the best of... Oh my fucking god, what a massive punch from Ace Sanders. Daniel the Executioner Leslie and Ace Sanders teaming up on Haika there, but they're getting in each other's crossfire. Now they're... Uh-oh. Daniel the Executioner Leslie's mad at Ace Sanders now. Oh no, you guys need to team up. You can't go against each other at that time like this.
This is definitely not the time for infighting.
Daniel the Executioner Leslie wants to beat the piss out of Ace Sanders, beat up his broken shoulder. Oh my god, into the triangle hold. The Vanguard is just standing back and letting it happen. No, he's not! Haika is a personality.
Haika wants more blood because the blood on his face is not enough.
Oh my god, tombstone from Daniel Leslie! Daniel Leslie going for the pin. Haika... Oh my god, Haika able to break it up. If only Daniel Leslie had taken Haika out, then maybe he would have gotten the pin there, but instead he focused his attention on Ace Sanders instead of Haika. Haika, oh, Ace Sanders is in a bad spot. Well, he was in a bad spot. Now he's probably a little better. Haika's got him on the outside.
Wow, just cleaned his clock.
Clock is... Oh my god, referee getting just out of the way of that big boot. 1, 2... 3.
That's
oh
it.
my god.
Haika picks up his second. Not pin, submission? No.
Elimination.
Elimination, that's the word.
So
Thank
Ace Sanders has an injured shoulder and is in a 2-on-1 situation.
Great position to be in.
If he wasn't a despised member of Dead Man's Hand, he'd probably be getting cheers right now. Actually, he might be. They might actually be wanting him to come back from this one now.
It would certainly be a story worth telling if he does manage to do this, but honestly, I'm not liking his chances.
He seems very out of breath, especially after that attack earlier. Heike's starting to get up on the outside. Ace Sanders needs to get a pin right here, right now, and he's going for it. He's using the ropes for leverage. No, not enough. The 300-pound refrigerator meat machine known as Purgatory coming right back at him.
Big neck breaker.
Oh, God, Ace Sanders is in a bad position. Oh, no.
It looks like this is it.
Right onto the injured shoulder. Heike wanting to get the pin, but Purgatory's like, no, I'm already here. Let me handle this. 3, the Vanguard with a decisive win. Holy shit. Now they're going to have to face each other.
Well, both of them put on a very impressive performance, so I'm looking forward to that, to say the very least.
You know, I gotta give props to Ace Sanders for lasting as long as he did by himself in that matchup.
Especially given the injury he's been dealing with.
Like, Ace Sanders is a real trooper, and I'm not just saying that because he wears a state trooper hat down to the ring usually. But Vanguard coming away with a big win. Heike and Purgatory, they're hugging now, but soon they're going to have to hug it out in a brawl to the death.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that serious.
Speaking of serious matches, is this the main event?
I mean, we've had several matches so far.
I think this might be the main event, because this is another semi-final match in the World Title Tournament. Zulite the Great, the professional hardcore wrestler who comes down to the ring to the sounds of himself rapping, alongside the final boss. Together they are known as the Brothers in Blood, but he will be facing Zistro Horror, the man who's not really an athlete, not very intelligent, but is the most well-trained wrestler in the world.
So yeah, speaking about that ceiling effect.
Oh, yeah, I mean... you know,
we got a couple of crazy big boys here.
When you got a tag team and Zulite the Great is by far the more sane of the two, that's saying something.
That really is.
The final boss, I've said refrigerator like 3 times tonight, but that's really the only way to describe him. He is a absolute fridge of a man.
They're ginormous.
But coming down to the ring, Zistro Horror on the left, John Riker on the right, the XR Connection, very successful tag team, and it seems like a lot of that can be attributed to their individual talents as well. Zistro Horror in the semifinals of the World Title Tournament. He has a chance here to get some gold around his waist. The Siberian Iceman coming down to the ring. John Riker's in his corner. Just as the final boss, looks like both people have really angry large men in their corner.
You got a lot of people in this company that are just built like wisdom teeth.
Excuse me?
Yeah, they're just huge.
Built like wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
What?
They're built like a wisdom tooth.
Oh, I guess I can see that.
They're just big ass dudes.
Still a really weird metaphor. It's still a weird metaphor, dude.
It is. It's a little bit weird, but I feel like it's an adequate description just to give us some variety from the refrigerator comparison.
Hey, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Zistro Horror coming out the gate with a lariat. He wants to put away... Oh, no, sorry. Zulite the Great coming out with a lariat. Sorry for getting the two mixed up for a second.
Yeah, Zistro Horror just got laid out.
I mean, they've got hair on polar opposite sides of their face, so...
You could form, like, a normal bearded person's face if you just combine them.
That is a true statement, and probably the average wrestler body if you combine their bodies together. Zulite the Great. Who do you think would stand a better chance against the all-around, just fantastic excellence of Jose No?
It's really tough to tell. I do think the Zistro family kind of just has this big advantage when it comes to the technical prowess that they bring to the ring. I can absolutely see them being very strong competition for Jose No.
Well, speaking of the Horror family, Zistro Horror likely won't have anybody by his side at the ring during Clash at Christmas because both John Riker and Liza Horror have big matches during that night. John Riker will be a member of that Royal Rumble, and Liza Horror will be defending her women's title against, right now, seems like Anita Cortales. That seems like who's going to be the one that she's going to be facing, but only time will tell, of course.
Zulite the Great has been putting on a very dominant performance thus far.
Hey, he's a tough bearded fellow. Jesus.
Not a lot of people can say that when it comes to facing off against Zistro Horror.
And I think he might have an additional advantage because I do believe this is in a Extreme Rules, like Falls Count Anywhere kind of match.
That not it is, entirely, from the looks of it.
Although it seems like if the managers get too involved, they will be either removed or disqualified. Whoa, my God, a cutter from Zistro. Wait a second. 1, 2. Oh, my God.
Wow. That certainly turned things around for him.
He has one of the most impressive offenses out of anybody here, trying to force him into John Riker. John Riker just getting out of the way. He's like, nah, man, I'm cool. Just leave me alone. This is your battle. Oh, he's Rip Rowan ready. Jesus.
Just took his head off of that lariat. Zistro Horror brings so much power and explosive energy to these matches. I think you mean Zulite the Great.
That was Zulite the Great.
Oh, Zulite the Great?
Sorry, he's the beardy boy.
Right, I apologize.
You can remember him by his great beard.
What did I say?
You said Zistro Horror. Oh, wow. STO out of the corner from Zulite the Great. I mean, you're not wrong about Zistro Horror. He does, he's trained very hard, so he's no slouch.
I feel like that's just so far been the standout quality that Zistro Horror has been struggling to cope with in this match so far. Just Zulite the Great's explosiveness. Because really, he just does not give him enough time to really even react whenever he goes for those big lariats.
Yeah, Zistro Horror might need to play the long game in this matchup, just try to wear down Zulite the Great until he can't explode anymore with just ruthlessness.
Zistro Horror definitely needs to change his strategy thus far, because taking on Zulite the Great head-on has just so far proven to be a challenge.
John Riker talking to his buddy, asking him if he's okay. Zistro Horror saying, let me just get up on my own. Zulite the Great coming out to deal more punishment, but Zistro Horror gets out of the way. That was a bait. Or was it? Here comes Zistro. Nope.
Well,
things are occurring in this match. As hard as that may be to believe.
Another cutter to the outside of the ring. That cannot feel good.
The offensive arsenal of Zistro Horror is truly one to be feared, but Zulite the Great, professional hardcore wrestler, used to fighting on the outside. Zistro, though, not willing to let him get any leverage by using the apron, but Jesus, Zulite the Great.
Double underhook suplex, my God.
These two have so much left in the tank. They are just going at it with everything they've got. Fisherman
It was a fisherman cradled suplex, but he could have stuck it with a pin, maybe if he adjusted his momentum a little bit more, but...
He probably should have, but the final boss getting involved.
This has been... that was like a 5 count, but...
I mean, if the referee doesn't start counting, then, Zulite might as well just take the time to rest a bit.
Absolutely.
Not be too worried.
Soften up Zulite the Great a little bit more.
Oh, Zistro Horror going at him, running off the ropes. Zulite the Great trying to throw him out of the ring here, but Zistro Horror climbing up high. Here he goes. Double axe handle from the top.
You don't see that hit often.
No, you do not. That is a true statement. Oh, he was going for that running knee that he loves to do so much, but Zulite the Great countering in style and pizzazz and panache and peanuts.
That's a word that can be used to describe your final boss putting in a steel chair.
Just he is the professional hardcore. Zulite is the professional hardcore wrestler, and he's taking it to the outside of the outside. Oh, Zistro Horror coming right out in with a chair. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I think he saw that Zulite the Great was on the other side. He was just like, well, so much for that plan.
Brawling in the crowd, Zulite the Great and Zistro Horror just sort of going back and forth here.
The referee might want to consider going out there too, but he has his own
tight
plans.
Space. Got fans on either side. The headbutts, the punches. Zistro Horror going to town on Zulite the Great. Zulite the Great getting backed up against the tables, but that's where he thrives. What is he going to do? He's going to use the table. No, he's not. He's going to... he's doing something.
I know I criticized Zistro Horror earlier for his head-on approach to trying to fight Zulite the Great, but so far he's just been meeting him blow for blow, which is really impressive given just kind of what a hardcore spectacle Zulite the Great is.
Jesus. These two are not holding anything back on the outside. Punches after headbutts, after kicks, after knees, after elbows. These two are just going to town on each other, just having a good time. Jesus. The fuck are these two? These two are not letting it up at all.
They really aren't. It's I don't want to call this a pissing contest, but the testosterone levels definitely elevated in this room as soon as they took that step over the barricade.
They've really got something to prove. That is pure concrete beneath them.
Has one of them fallen to the floor?
It is concrete. I don't know if I think they'd be extra careful to keep their balance.
Well, they are doing an excellent job of that, I must say.
A very tight space. Zulite the Great.
Zulite goes down.
No, he's back. Oh, no, he's back. Oh, here comes Zistro. He's... Oh, my Jesus Christ.
This is Zistro Horror's opportunity here. We need the referee down here.
Oh, 2, 3, what the fuck?
What? Well, okay.
What a main event.
That was magnificent. Oh my God.
Weird ass match.
Definitely one of the weirdest matches we've seen, but I really liked it.
Massive dick swinging contest on the outside until finally Zulite just couldn't take it anymore. Zistro Horror's had training against just about every style of wrestling, so I'm not too surprised that he had some way of dealing with Zulite the Great, but holy shit, that is...
Wow. We really have to applaud Zistro Horror's tenacity in this match. It was not looking good for him in the beginning, but he eventually just kind of wore out Zulite the Great. He was able to keep his momentum going for so long.
For real, he just did not have a stop button. And ladies and gentlemen, that means next time on Clash at Christmas, we're going to be seeing Zistro Horror and David the Dealer Paul duke it out, and whoever wins that match will go on to face Jose No in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Are you stoked, my dude? Because I am stoked. stupefied. I am stupid. and that is how I will leave you folks. I'm Chip Skipper.
I'm Prime.
Wish you a happy Christmas, good night, happy holidays, happy St. Patrick's Day. Believe it.
That was really good.